Hello, welcome back to Chapter 10, Section 1, where we're organizing and displaying data. In the previous video, with the sub sandwich, we talked about a bar graph. Now we're looking at what we call a double bar graph, reading and interpreting double bar graphs. So what a double bar graph does is that it takes data that is categorical. So these things are grouped together by year. 2000, 2001, 2002. I know these are numbers. Sometimes we use numbers to represent categories, but this 2000 actually means it's not really the number 2000. If I read the thing, this is sports attendance at State College. So this is the year 2000, specifically talking about the attendance in that season. And there's one thing that happens when I make these. Sometimes it leaves out parts of the pictures. So that U was missing. I don't know why, but sometimes it happens. So this is the football season for 2000. This is the basketball season for 2000. That's the categories that we're talking about, right? And we're comparing football attendance with basketball attendance. So I know I'm thinking in the video it might be a little hard to see. So when I take a picture, you can look at it later because they're using, never do this if you're making your own graph. They're using red and orange together, which are very similar colors. Here, it wasn't so bad, but here it's really kind of hard to see. But red is football, the one on the left, and the orange is basketball. Okay, let's answer your questions. In which year did State College, I guess they couldn't use it like a real college, in what year did State College have the greatest average attendance for basketball? So what am I doing? I'm looking at just the yellow columns, and I want the greatest average attendance. So I want the bar, I said yellow, I'm sorry, I meant orange. I want the greatest orange bar. So if I kind of look at it, I'm gonna grab a ruler real quick just to maybe make it a little bit easier. Had to reach over for it. If I kind of take my ruler here, and I can kind of see, that one looks like it's low. That one looks like it's the next lowest. This one, and that one look like they're all kind of low. So if I keep going up, the last one to stay, the highest one, is this one right here, which is in the year 2003. There's another place where the number dropped off. So it looks like in the year 2003, the greatest average attendance for basketball was right there. And if I look at the number, just to figure out what the number was, it'd be about 15,000 spectators per game. All of the other ones are over 10,000, but none of them are up to 15,000. On average, how many more people attended a football game than a basketball game in 2001? So let's find 2001. For football, it looks like it goes all the way up to this horizontal line, which is 20. And remember, this is thousands. So we'd say 20,000 for football. And I want to find out how many more than basketball. That's a difference, so I'm going to subtract. So for basketball, it's kind of hard to see, but here's 10,000. This would be 15,000. This is about halfway. It actually, if I zoom in on it, it looks like it might be a little bit more. It's okay. This is one of the things really important to understand. Graphs like this are just estimations. If I really wanted to know the exact difference, I'd have to go to the raw data. So this looks like, let's say about 13,000. And if someone said, no, I think it's closer to 12,000, I don't think I'd be able to argue that I'm right and you're wrong. Either way, it'd be okay. So 20,000 subtract 13,000 means that it was about 7,000 more people attended a football game than a basketball game, which actually does kind of make sense because if you've ever been to like a college sport, football stadiums are huge and basketball stadiums are still pretty big, but they're not as big. So that kind of makes sense. All right, we'll see you in the next video.